And welcome to Cuesta Field. It is Cuesta TV once again bringing you Cougar sports. Today it's going to be baseball in the Western State Conference North. It is the Cougars taking on the Brahmas of L.A. Pierce. Good day, I'm Randy Scoville along with Anthony Kenninger. Cougars coming in at 14-15 and part of a three-way tie for first in the league at 8-5. Pierce coming in 11-10 and 5-8. For the Cougars, pretty much exclusively a brand new team. In fact, Anthony, this team this year, in some ways a mirror image of last year in that great hot streak last year, and then, maybe not the playoff performance people were expecting here. Definitely some struggles during this year, but now they seem to be putting it together.
Well, last year we did have a 17-game winning streak during the regular season and pre-conference games, and then we kind of cooled off, and we're done in 2 games in the playoffs. And this year we've struggled up until this point. Now we're getting hot, and I think we're getting hot at just the right time as the regular season's coming to an end and we start looking towards the playoffs.
Take a look at today's starting pitcher for the Cougars. That's going to be Andrew Nelson, the sophomore out of Omaha. And the lineup behind him defensively, we're going to see Ruggles, Herding, and Stewart in the outfield, Montanari at third, Dominguez at short, Murillo at second, McGuire at first, and Hindle behind the plate. Batting order for the Brahmas, again, as we mentioned, coming in part of that three-way tie, I guess you'd say second place or fourth place, depending on your point of view, at 5-8. Dylan Toshchin, the center fielder, will start off, followed by shortstop Michael Himes, the right fielder Nick Murphy, the DH. Aldo Zamora hitting cleanup, the third baseman Kevin Torres in the number 5 spot, Jason D'Andrea, the catcher, in the number 6 position. Hitting 7th will be first baseman Jeremy Vasquez, and the left fielder Joe Christian hitting 8th, followed by the second baseman Michael Colon. So stepping in against Nelson, and again, Anthony, we've got 2 pitchers who have really been carrying the load and who are among the top in innings pitched in the entire state.
That's right. And you're pitching very well for us, as is Lucas Martin, one of our other starting pitchers from Lompoc.
And starting things right off away with a strike to Toshchin, a left-handed swinger, and going to rip the second one down the left field line for what looks like extra bases, taking a big turnaround first as Ruggles has trouble with it initially, but it looks like a stand-up double all the way. So the Brahmas, with a good start offensively, get their leadoff man aboard.
Now batting number 12.
And Toshchin coming in as a 3-0-2 hitter, and he's followed up by Michael Himes, the shortstop. Overall, Pierce hitting 272 as a team. Himes right now hitting at 289, shortstop. As we mentioned, so runner at second as we're just underway here on the top of the first on Cuesta TV. Glad you could join us. A look back, and Nelson comes to the plate and fires a little bit low for a ball.
Randy, a little bit of breeze out to center field, right center field. You can see by the flag. It'll start to pick up in the 4th or 5th inning, as it usually does here at Cuesta Field.
Cougars a very different team offensively this year, which we'll talk a little bit more about when they come to bat. Right now, Nelson firing another pitch, and this one is going to be chopped on over to third. No tag opportunity for Montanari. He'll go over to first and get the out. Meanwhile, Toshchin over to third base, so there's one away.
Bob coming out to the mound.
Coach Bob Miller coming up and checking or on something.
Now batting Nick Murphy, number 15.
And something that would appear to be the runner coming from second to third. Nick Murphy is the next scheduled hitter for the Brahmas. Right fielder, a sophomore out of Simi Valley and Royal High School. Murphy, 283 hitter. And on the year has 22 runs knocked in, which makes him the co-leader on this team. And not a lot of home runs on this team, 4 altogether. In fact, when you look actually in the conference overall, it's not necessarily, and again, that could be a function of the ballpark, it's not a really big home run league.
Not really.
And Bob Miller has said his piece, and now we'll head back. So again, coming in there, Nick Murphy, 6'3", 175 right-handed hitter, and he'll step in. Runner is over at third, 1 down, top of the first. No score as of yet with Pierce visiting Cuesta. Nelson aiming for the outside corner, but a little off for ball 1.
I think also Cuesta's fortunate to be in the WSC North because there are not too many teams that have a lot of wins in that division so far.
1-0 this time, got the corner, aimed it there, and evens the count 1 apiece.
So it's a conference where the teams really are bunched up from first to last.
So it's pretty much anybody's league at this point. Only Santa Barbara is ranked at this moment. Fired in low, and it's 2-1. They're ranked 17th, where usually you would see some teams in the WC North a little bit higher up there,
right,
and certainly the Cougars, but it's really a case of everybody knocking each other off.
That's right.
Nelson looking in, 1 out, runner at third. Murphy, the number 3 hitter, awaiting a 2-1 pitch. Time for a moment as Dominguez coming in from short. Edging a little bit and looking for a possible play at the plate. 2-1 pitch, and this one's going to be breaking ball outside, 3-1.
Andrew's had a couple games where he's been in double digits in strikeouts. So he's having another wonderful year as he did last year.
In fact, right now, 2nd overall in the state in strikeouts. Ball flared high and out of play. And the count will go full to Murphy with 1 down, and Toshchin, the leadoff man who had a double and then advanced on the ground ball by Himes, is at third. Full count and a chopper. Over to second, coming on in a big hurry. Cougars trying to get a play, and they won't. The throw will get away, so the run scores, and on an errant throw by Murillo, Murphy is going to make his way over to second. So a run coming across, and here in the first inning, Brahmas with a quick lead, 1-0. Aldo Zamora, the DH, next up. Catcher by position out of McAllen. Zamora on the year, top hitter at 370 with 9 runs knocked in. He's played in about 2/3 of the games. Look back to the runner at second. Nelson delivers a breaking pitch high, 1-0.
Randy, have you seen the new movie on Jackie Robinson that came out yesterday, 42?
Have I? Not yet. I'm guessing you have.
I have. It's very good. All the reviews are right. It's an excellent film.
Strong performances, especially by Harrison Ford,
yeah,
I understand.
by Branch Rickey, the Brooklyn general manager.
A 1-0.
One of my favorite actors, Lucas Black from the South, plays Pee Wee Reese, the shortstop. Does a great job.
Very nice. I will get to that one soon.
You'll enjoy it.
I have a feeling. And again, but it's always nice to hear, especially after the early reviews, but also to hear directly from you. I know, given your passion for baseball, that is fun. 1-1 pitch, and Nelson's starting to find the edges of the plate now and getting a 1-2 count. Getting runner in second, 1 out, 1 run already in the top of the first with Pierce visiting Cuesta.
Now no wind at all in center.
Marvelous day.
It is. Excellent.
Look back at a 1-2. And a swing and a miss outside. Zamora aggressive and unable to bring it in, and that is 2 outs for the Cougars now. Next up in the number 5 spot is third baseman Kevin Torres, a .314 hitter out of Lake Balboa.
Now batting, Kevin
Also
Torres.
doubles in pitching roles as necessary.
I don't know if you know this, Randy, but L.A. Pierce has a really large campus in the west end of the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. I think they have like 426 acres, which is actually a larger campus than UCLA's campus in Westwood. Just beautiful land, too. Very well-maintained campus. They have a botanical garden that they worked on.
Pitch outside, 1-0. It's interesting you mentioned it because I was checking out Google Maps, just trying to remember, exactly where it is. And you can see, just especially on the west end of the campus, they've got a lot of open
space
land.
A lot of open space.
In a part of the state that there's not a whole lot of that.
It's just surrounded by sprawl.
1-0 pitch. Chopped hard on over to Murillo. He'll throw on over to first, and the Cougars get out, but not after giving up a run. And they do so on a hit, and there's one left after a half inning of play. The Cougars will come to bat for the first time, trailing Pierce 1-0. And we'll be back with more Cuesta baseball right after this commercial break.
Left on base.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.